So this is the first of a series of short briefings. This one's on the department, university history, the various campuses at Embry-Riddle, our college, and the department. So Embry-Riddle, founded in 1925, is the Embry-Riddle Company in Cincinnati. Aerospace engineering started in the 50s while the school was located in Miami Beach. It was called Embry-Riddle Aeronautical Institute then. We moved to Daytona Beach in 1965, so we had a big celebration of that just a few years ago in 2015, that 50th anniversary. We were first accredited by the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools in 1968, and the name was changed to Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University from Institute in 1970, so we should be celebrating 20 years of that this year. We added the Prescott campus in 1978. Prescott College was going under at that time, and the space was available, and the university had already expressed an interest in creating a Western outpost. It's got about 2,800 students, a small number, only one or two grad programs. I think space physics may be the only one. 124 full-time faculty as of fall of 2018. Aerospace engineering program. They have aerospace engineering, computer engineering, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, and software engineering. And computer, electrical, and software are in one department, and Ed Post, who serves on this board, is the chair of that department. They have a College of Arts and Sciences that has recently stood up several different programs, new programs, simulation science, games and animation, data science, and these are all sort of related in some ways to our computer science. So their CS is in arts and sciences, whereas ours is here in engineering. They do have this College of Security and Intelligence that also has cybersecurity interests and homeland security interests, and there's some opportunities there to stand up a Embry-Riddle test bed range, a cyber range among Prescott campus, and then our worldwide operation, and then here at Daytona Beach, so our students can have some distant challenges, if you will. There's also what we call the worldwide campus. When I first joined Embry-Riddle, it was called the extended campus. Historically, it is focused on non-traditional students, but they are increasingly bringing in first-time students. They now have an AS, an associate's degree in pre-engineering, and a bachelor's in general engineering. That bachelor's degree is ABET accredited. They have these sites around the world. Most of them are at military bases where students can take in-class instruction. But a lot of Embry-Riddle's worldwide instruction now is done by asynchronous online delivery. That's what they really are pushing. They have been very successful with that. They also have this campus, a real campus in Singapore, where they have a number of residential programs. That's fairly recent. That's their first real sort of multi-institute, multi-program kind of campus, as opposed to being a site on somebody else's space. The university tuition is about $38,000. Room and board is about $12,000. Books about $1,400. So you put that all together, it's about $52,000 a year. I don't think I updated these numbers here. I think tuition is more like $1,600 per credit. Anyway, it still runs into the $20K range, $21K for a graduate student tuition per year. Of course, we end up paying a lot of that if the student is supported through grants or the university. Here at Daytona Beach, about 6,800 students currently. I think 72 is, the number they're shooting as a target, a high point, maybe 75. They are building more residential, more dorm space. Of course, there's a lot of indeterminacy about what's going to happen in the fall. 4 colleges: arts and sciences, aviation, business, and engineering. In terms of students and programs, aviation and engineering are the big dogs, but arts and sciences has a lot of faculty because they have to teach a lot of service classes, all the undergraduate math, all the undergraduate sciences, regardless of the degree program. So even though they have they have a number of degree programs also, human factors, engineering physics and space physics and astronomy. They started up a graduate data science program in the math department, so the math department could have a degree program, a graduate degree program. They have a computational mathematics undergraduate program. College of Business is a small college on campus. Engineering is, again, engineering along with aviation. Of course, aviation has flight and aviation maintenance science programs. So that's they have the associate's program, aviation maintenance science, and they have a certificate program and I'm going to blank on what that certificate program is in, but they have a certificate program. We have a certificate program in airworthiness that's becoming a master's program. So there'll be a new master's program in the College of Engineering next year. Here's some breakdown on the College of Engineering just in terms of different departments, different sizes. We're in the middle with mechanical as a medium-sized program. Aerospace engineering is the big 400-pound gorilla of the college with 1,500 undergraduates and 130 grad students. We're up to about 99 grad students, ME about 65. We're not as big as ME in the undergrads across all four of our programs as far as last fall, 265 students. But when you put it all together, again, we're comparable in terms of both number of faculty, number of students in our programs, about the same size. Aerospace, again, about a little bit bigger in terms of faculty, not quite twice the size of us combined with mechanical. But still, 36 as opposed to 19 and 21. We have an engineering fundamentals department. They teach all our freshman engineering classes. That's mainly used by the fungible engineering programs, aerospace, mechanical, and civil. Our students take our own computing sequence. Our students take their own intro sequence. So they're not building rockets and things like that. They're designing stuff that we'd be interested in. Total in the college, about 25, almost 2,600 students total, 90 full-time faculty. Of course, you bring in adjuncts and the like, and that goes high easily. We started, my count on that previous chart was wrong. There's only 18. This started in the fall of 2019. We lost Jaiwei Yuan, who was a cybersecurity crypto guy. We lost him mid-year. He went to UMass Dartmouth. He went to a conference last summer and presented and came back with 2 different job offers. I think the others from the University of Houston. He never would tell me. So we're now at 17 of that 2 are non-tenure track. 4 are assistant professors on the tenure track. We just, Dr. Jafer got tenured last year and promoted to associate professor. And then Dr. Babachanu, who had gotten tenured the previous year, if I remember correctly, we hired him as an associate. He got promoted to full professor. So we're now, and also Dr. Budka got promoted to full professor. So we're at 6, but I may be a year behind on Babachanu. That may have all happened previously. So we're 6 full professors, 5 associate professors. And we were able to hire 2 faculty members this past year, even after the hiring freeze was formally announced. So we lucked out. We had started negotiations with these 2 candidates, and we had reached an agreement, and yet we didn't quite jump through the hoops in the order the university wanted to, so we had to go back and get permission to hire again. But since we had already negotiated things, they let us move as if we had, and since we already had the permission to hire, it was just the negotiated amount was at a higher amount than the university wanted to pay. So I had to go back to these candidates and say, well, I can't give you as much as I thought we had. That said, we were able to hire them anyway, and so we were able to hire not only 2 new faculty members, but 2 female faculty members. And I think in this environment, we've been needing to hire women on our faculty, and so we were able to hire Dr. Chi Cheng, who's at Lawrence Livermore currently. She was at Oklahoma State. She's an AI ML person, also with some security interest, and Lax Kendall, who's finishing her doctorate at Stevens. She also has security interest, and particularly in wireless area, and has done some work in wireless localization. That's without GPS, and also brings a systems engineering perspective, which we, besides Babachanu, we haven't had since Tony Hager left. So that's going to help. So that wraps up this initial brief on just the department and our staffing and the size of the university and things like that. So I can take your questions when we're all in the Zoom.